So the old Edward pub, not too sure what's going on there. It's like they're surveying it for something. And I see one of them is from Blackpool Council. So there you go. Looks like they're just finishing everything off. And yeah, the former joke shop, like I said, which we covered, has now got this fate. So we just hit Central Drive to have a bit of a walk down, and this is where the old joke shop used to be. And again, you know, it's all still boarded up, or not boarded up, shall I say fenced up, waiting for the next stage. And like I said, hopefully that will be the next leisure centre or outdoor arena. Look at this one. This is like a hairdresser. You can see all the different styles. Look at that. All along the bottom. All I'd imagine sort of famous people. People can get the hair designed in that style. Look at that. So the site of the old joke shop, and you can see now they're getting all that like gravel, and imagine sort of smoothing everything out. You got the little digger there. And the sort of guys there, it looks like they're just finishing off resurfacing this one. Yeah, so they erected this fence, and these all little shops just underneath the flats. You see Jack Cunliffe Electrical. You got the beach barbers, and it's amazing, all the old wonderful signs. What's that one? Central something, Central Takeaway. And you can see, you know, like when they take an old sign off, there's another sign sometimes underneath. It's just amazing, you know, what shops used to be situated there. And this is a lovely building. This is one of my favourite buildings, I'd say, in Blackpool. Is the old Central Picture Theatre, and that's a graded building, but just look at the architects on that one. Let's just move a little closer. Yeah, this is a fabulous building. You can just see, you know, the archway when you go in, and you know how many people, you know, sort of have been in here over the years. And you know, I'm hoping that one opens up of something. Like I said, what a building that is. Absolutely. Really, really stunning. And then we got the King Edward, the pub, situated on the corner. I mean, again, this sort of spirals right round. And, you know, another fantastic building just adjoining the old picture house. So, you know, they have got some lovely places on Central Drive, and all this is going to be revamped over the next few years. So this is just the other side of Chapel Street, and there used to be all sorts of little shops along here. I mean, Donna's Dream House, not too sure what that used to be. There used to be a little fish and chip shop situated on the corner. And look at this one just next door. You can see all the wood is rotted away. Look at that. Completely rotted away, that one. But yeah, there used to be a little fish and chip shop. I've never been in there. I don't think I've ever seen that open, to be fair. So I'm not too sure how long that has been closed down. That's just right in the corner. You can see there, corner of just near Chapel Street. So I had to just bring you this one, because this, I remember a gentleman, he's called Mr. Blewett, John Blewett I think his name was called, and he used to have one of those Nissan Bluebirds. Look at that, the old G-Reg. I wonder if that's worth anything nowadays. That's just the Gracelands, the older Nissan Bluebird. Look at that. So there's a little tiny park here, just off Central Drive, and you see that mattress there in the bed, that's been there for months. I remember coming down here about 9 months ago, and that was still there. But yeah, there's a guy here or this is his patch, one of the cleaners for the council. And he was saying, you know, this used to be a bit of a mess, but you can just see how clean, to be fair, it is. There's a lot of sort of brickwork and shards of glass, so it's not, you know, exactly safe for playing in. But you know, the actual rubbish, you know, is all being cleaned up. And like I said, this was his patch. And like I said, the council do an amazing job with cleaning everything up. Really, hats off to them. And yeah, so what we'll do, we'll head back onto Central Drive, head a bit more towards the promenade, because I wanted to grab a coffee, and the machine wasn't ready. They just turned up, so I'm gonna head back. I'm gasping for one, actually. Normally I like a coffee in the morning. So yeah, we're gonna head back. We'll have a bit of a walk down Central Drive. You see all these wonderful shops. You know, some are still open and some are sadly gone. But all this area, which I think is absolutely fantastic, is going to be regenerated, and it's not before time. And you just see the tower right at the very end. What a great view that is. So yeah, so like I said, you know, all this area is going to be there, sort of Princess Street and all of them, which is great. The area certainly needs it. So as we'll continue down here, we'll turn down Chapel Street. No cars coming here. We'll turn down Chapel Street and weave our way past Chris Higgett's, the famous pound burger. I'd imagine he'll be opened up, getting the grill ready for another busy day. I mean, you see, you know, how many of these shops are sadly gone, little cafes. I'd imagine, you know, would have been heaving back in the days. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. There's all sorts of scarves and everything with that one. It's like a momentum to somebody. Look at that one, all wrapped around the lamppost. So yeah, this is Central Drive in Blackpool, and what a change this is going to be in a few years' time. How remarkable. So the old Edward pub, not too sure what's going on there. It's like they're surveying it for something. And you see one of them is from Blackpool Council, and another, you know, sort of remarkable building just near the picture house. So it's like something is going on there. Yeah, so some of these buildings along here, you know, the character of them all, and you can see we've just been where the old joke shop is, and with that block of flats. But yeah, some of these, you know, some really sort of stunning buildings, not like the modern ones of today. So this is Singleton Street, and this just runs behind Chris Higgett's and the arcades. And what we'll do, we'll just have a bit of a weave around this street, up and along where the Vauxhall Market is, and rejoin the promenade. And like I said, I do hope you enjoyed this bit of a early morning walk around. And you see the sun's coming out, so I think I'm going to end up regret putting my coat on, to be fair. And yeah, there's the Howard's bingo. Look at that. And there is lovely bright blue colour. And the Carlton House, another one, huge building. This is just off Crag Street, this one. Yeah, you see Carlton House, another massive, massive hotel back in its time. Look at that. And yeah, there's the Vauxhall Market again. Many people have been in that one over the many years, and that one is still going, which is great. Yeah, the older Vauxhall Market. You just see it looks a little bit tired around the back. You can see something's peeling off there. Look at that. But another great one. How many years has this one been opened? So for those who didn't know, this is the back of the Ardwick pub, and this is one of the cheapest pubs in Blackpool where they sell beer, and this is just at the back. So like I said, if you've never been around the rear, there it is. So how unusual that one. I've never noticed that one before. Like it's a young lad, and he's sort of engraved in the wall. Look at that. So I've never noticed that one before. It's amazing when you do look up all the different things you can see around some of the buildings in Blackpool. How unusual. So the old shoe cellar, and this used to be the exhibition of Doctor Who, and I've just noticed actually, you see the red facade, are they bulbs? Let's have a quick look. I wonder if they are bulbs from the old Doctor Who and they just never taken them down. I wonder if these ever used to shine. You can just see where it says shoe cellar, the sign, and looks like they are bulbs. I wonder if they're the old bulbs from the Doctor Who exhibition. Let me know. Have you ever seen that? If they are bulbs, and have you ever seen those lit up before? So you can see that's the little mini digger. Let's have a bit of a look close. You can see those razor sharp like claws on that one. Look at that. So I was just speaking to one of the other guys, and it looks like in about 3 weeks they're going to be starting on the courts. Apparently all the machinery at present is in Liverpool. They just finished off a project there. So he's going to be starting in May, that one. So about sort of 3 weeks' time. He did say, but let's have a look at this, because this one, you can see the bridge. This leads to the police station. And they're not going to keep this because there's no point. Everything is coming down. So the question is, when are they going to be starting on the bridge? Like I said, this has all got to come as well. So I'd imagine they'll close all this section off too. So just a bit of the shot from up the top. And you can see looks like they're just putting everything in the skips, the wire, and separating all the materials for them to be carted off. So just a bit of a look back as we draw in a close to this video, and then you can see the Blackpool Tower and the blue skies. What a shot that is. And you can see the lollipops hardly moving today. So don't forget, hit that notification button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day. And it is a bye from me and a bye from Blackpool once again. Take care. Bye bye.